Good afternoon all. So today we'll study the second part from the unit number 1. Here second part is related to the program designing tools. Here we'll study about the algorithm, flowchart and the pseudocode. In this video we'll study about the algorithm first. Algorithms are nothing but these are the precise or the step-by-step set of instructions, and these instructions are used for solving a computational problem. So in case of algorithm, here set of instructions are given and those instructions are used for solving a problem. And those instructions are written in a simple English language. So in case of algorithm, whatever the instructions you're giving, those instructions are written in a simple English language. Okay. And for the programmer, so these algorithms, it is mainly helps the programmer to write the actual logic of the program. So with the help of this algorithm, programmers will get the actual logic of program on paper. Okay. Now we'll study the algorithm by using some examples. Okay, firstly we'll study about the characteristics of algorithm. These are the characteristics of the algorithm. First one is precision. Precision is nothing but it is the instructions which are given within the algorithm. Those instructions should be written in a precise manner. Means it must be given in correct or accurate way. After that, the second characteristic of algorithm is uniqueness. So whatever the steps you have written in a algorithm, those steps must be a unique. So the output for each and every step must be a unique here. Next characteristic of algorithm is finiteness. So whatever the instructions you have given in an algorithm, you need to check those instructions will not be repeated infinitely. Those instructions must be repeated finitely. You need to check it. Okay. It is a third characteristic of algorithm. Whatever the instructions you have given, those instructions must be repeated in a finite manner. Next one is effectiveness. Effectiveness is nothing but the algorithm should be designed in such a way that it should be the most effective among many different ways to solve a problem. So you need to choose the best way with the help of which you will get the output for that problem. Okay. Effectiveness means whatever the methods you have, you need to select the best method, best algorithm with the help of which you will get the correct output for that problem. Okay. Next one is input. So your algorithm must be designed in such a way that it must take the input from the user side. Output, after the algorithm gets terminated, the desired result must be obtained. Output is nothing but whatever the result you will get after performing those steps. So you need to design your algorithm in such a way that it will gives you the desired result or the desired output. And next one is generality. Your algorithm, it can be applied to various set of the inputs. So whatever the algorithm you have designed, you should use that algorithm in a different sets of input. So if you have designed one algorithm here, that algorithm must take the input in a various set of inputs. Okay. We'll study this algorithm part by using some examples. So here one example is given. If you want to find out the algorithm to add the two numbers entered by the user. So in case of algorithm, here you need to define the steps. So first step in each and every algorithm will be start and the last step will be the stop. Okay, and within these steps we need to add the steps with the help of which you will get the desired output for particular problem. Here the problem is we need to add the two numbers which are entered by the user. So we need to start first. After that, second step is we need to take the first input, first number from the user side, and that number must be stored as a. Second, next step is we need to take the second number from the user side, and that number will be stored as a b. Suppose after that we are going to perform the addition of these two numbers, and this addition of two numbers is stored in a sum here, and at the end we are going to display the addition of these two numbers. So display the sum, and the last step is stop. So here algorithm, it always starts with the first step start and the end with the last step stop. And whatever the instructions you have given in algorithm, all the instructions must be given in a simple English language. Okay, we'll study the next one more example here. If algorithm to find out the area and the perimeter of the square. So here you need to find out the area and the perimeter of square. For that purpose, again we'll start with the first step, which is a start. After that, we'll take the side of the length of that square from the user side, and that side length of the square will be taken as a L variable, suppose. After that, we are going to calculate the area of that square. Area of square is equal to length square. So area is equal to length multiplied by the length. Next step is we need to calculate the perimeter. Perimeter is 4 into the length. Okay. We are going to apply this formula to calculate area and the perimeter of square. After that, we are going to display the area and the perimeter of that square. And the last step is a stop. We'll study one more example here related to the algorithm. If the question or the problem is like find the largest number among the three different numbers. So here again we need to start with the first step start. After that we need to take the three inputs from the user side. Instead of using three different stages, I have used only one stage here. With the help of this stage, we are going to take the three numbers from the user side, and those three numbers are stored as a suppose A, B and the C variable. After that we'll check if A first variable A is greater than B. If it is true, then we are going to check whether that first value is greater than third number also. If both the conditions are true, we are going to print that the A is the greatest number. And if this second condition, this condition A is greater than C, it is false. But first condition is true, that first number is greater than the second one, but first number is not greater than the third number, then we are going to print here that the third number is the greatest number. Okay. Now we need to check the condition whether the second number is greater than the third number. If the second number is greater than the third number, we are going to print that the second number is the largest number here. And if this condition is false, we are going to print the third number is the largest number and stop this loop. So here if the first condition is false, that means if A is not greater than B, that means B is greater than A, then we'll check whether the B value is greater than the third variable C also, then we are going to print that the B is the greatest number. And if the B is greater than A but it is less than the third variable C, then we are going to print that the third variable C is the greatest number. Okay. Now okay then thank you.